Okay. Good morning. Welcome to 1 Million Cups Detroit Metro. We are the local 1 Million Cups chapter here in the Metro Detroit area. And in fact, I'm a little biased, but I think we're the best one in the country. And it's only because of good people like you guys who come out every week and support us. So we really want to thank you. If you're new to 1 Million Cups, this is a national initiative sponsored by the Kaufman Foundation nationwide, but sponsored here locally in the community by Incubizo, who is our venue sponsor. Give Incubizo a hand for donating this beautiful space. Thank you, Carmen and Josh. And also Oakland Thrive. We're a nonprofit. We're focused on economic small business growth here in Oakland County. I see many of you who are Oakland Thrive clients, and we thank you so much for allowing us to help you to grow your businesses. Hi, Taylor. Welcome back. 1 Million Cups was founded in 2012. There are 110 chapters across the country, and they do this every Wednesday morning at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. We have 4 chapters here in Michigan. Copper Harbor, which is up north, as they say. Kalamazoo. Our newest sister chapter is Ann Arbor, who's coming up on their 1-year anniversary. They're doing an amazing job in Ann Arbor. If you're out that way, go check them out. They are phenomenal. What's that? Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. I can't read that far. Okay. All right. Ann Arbor and, of course, Detroit. We are supported by volunteer organizers who spend time every week, 4 to 5 hours a week, making sure that you have good content when you come here. We help our presenters. Thank you, Anthony. To help our presenters, they coach the presenters. They help us to find presenters. They make sure we've got good coffee and donuts every week. And make sure that what you get here when you come every week is valuable to you as small business owners, entrepreneurs, as well as resource providers. This is a no-pitch zone. One of the things that makes us unique and makes us different is that we do not allow you to pitch your business unless you're a coffee sponsor. We'll talk about that a little later. But the whole idea is to help small businesses to grow. You come here as a small business owner, or perhaps you want to launch a business and don't know what to do, don't know what next steps are. This is the reason to come here, because you get the support you need. You get expert advice from those in the room who've done what you're trying to do, or who are struggling just like you, maybe just want to exchange some ideas. And that's the whole idea behind it, is to small businesses to support one another. It is an inclusive culture. If you look around the room, a lot of diversity, right? And that's the whole idea behind it. Oakland County is the place to start a small business. The Metro Detroit area is thriving and growing. And we want to continue. We want to see that continue to grow. And 1 Million Cups has served over 33,000 businesses in the last 15 years. I think that's a phenomenal number. And we have some great success stories. If you want to see some of those success stories, go to our social media, DetroitMetro at 1millioncups.com, on LinkedIn, on LinkedIn, right? You can look us up on LinkedIn. We have a YouTube page, and there's a national page as well. Follow us on social media, please. If you take pictures today, tag Detroit Metro 1 Million Cups. Please, pretty please. Pretty please. We're on Instagram, and we're also on TikTok, too, from what I understand. And Facebook. So make sure you do that before you leave here today. Recognition time. Woohoo! We love it. Our community. Again, we are a very diverse and inclusive community. Thank you so much. If you are a past presenter, please raise your hand. Look at these brave people in the room. We love it. Thank you so much for continuing to support us. And talk to people about what your experience was. Please, let's do that. If you're a first timer, or this is your first or second time coming out in the last couple of weeks, please raise your hand, because we have a gift for you. We love it. Or if last week was your first time and you didn't get a gift, please keep your hand up. We're coming around the room. We have a small gift for you. Raise your hand. You're your first time. What you got? See, look at that. See? Come on now. If you have a business idea and you want to present, feel free to go to our website, 1millioncups.com/DetroitMetro. There's a radio button that says present. Fill out a short application. Tell us what your challenges are, why you'd like to present, and what you're looking to get out of presenting. And then we'll get you scheduled. And before we go at the end, you'll see who our next upcoming presenters are in the next few weeks. So let's talk a little bit about Incubizo. Again, they are our sponsor here for this beautiful facility. If you are a small business, the one thing I want to tell you, if you have an LLC, do not use your home address. Don't do that, because somebody might knock on your door looking for you because they're upset. Get a mailing address here. Very, very, very inexpensive. If you're tired of working in the basement, in the garage, and your spouse says, "You go find some place to work because you bother me. Come work here." This is a beautiful co-working space. As you can see, it has great energy. And this is a really, really good place to collaborate with other small business owners. They have private suites. If you need a conference room, you just need a conference room for a couple of hours, this is a good place to do that. You might even run into me here because I live here basically. So our coffee sponsor today, as we talked about coffee sponsors earlier, coffee and treats are the lifeblood of 1 Million Cups. We love it. Got to get that shot of caffeine in the morning to get us going. Got to get that sugar. If you're a health professional, ignore what I'm saying because you probably say that is all bad for you. But we love it. That's what we live. That's the fuel that we live on. If you want to be a coffee sponsor like Fifth Third, it's a small investment. You get 5 minutes to tell us about your business. You get 5. You can bring in product if you want to sell it. You can have a presentation because again, this is for small businesses. So talk to Christina. Raise your hand, Christina. She's one of our volunteers. Oh, that's the thing I forgot. If you're a volunteer, please raise your hand. It takes good people to run this organization. So if you have some time available and you love small business and entrepreneurship, we would love to have you on our organizing committee. I am going to introduce our coffee sponsor. Juliana, you're going to be the person of the hour. Come on up and tell us a little bit about Fifth Third Bank, and we want to thank you so much for being our coffee sponsor today.
Thank you. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for attending. I've been graced by the presence of everyone here and appreciate my team members as well with Fifth Third Bank. Again, my name is Juliana Perry. I'm a vice president and relationship manager for Fifth Third. That just means I've been in banking a very, very long time and I have big goals. But one of my personal goals is to educate and help entrepreneurs. So that's what I hope to do today. My partners and I will present an overview of lending products and services, access to capital, both conventional, our fast capital, and SBA programs will be discussed. So one of the things that you will see with Fifth Third is we are a super regional bank, billion-dollar asset institution, but from birth of the business to succession planning, we can support. So today we hope to just give you a brief sampling of the qualifications for some of our products, access to credit. There are some handouts and other information to my left, your right. Please take this stuff home and also ask questions. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce one of my partners, Reginald Gilson. Reginald is a financial center and one of our definite stars in our organization for community service. So with that, Reginald.
All right, good morning.
Good morning, Reginald.
Hopefully you all are well caffeinated by now. I'm working on getting there. So but with that, I will be brief as Juliana mentioned, financial center manager with Fifth Third Bank, and been with the organization a long time. Just going to talk briefly about some of the options that we have for you as small business owners when it comes to funding options. So starting with the slide that is presented before you, kind of gives an overview, very general, of the services that we do offer on the lending side. One of our most popular options is the Fifth Third Fast Capital, which I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. kind of give some highlights, limited to from $10,000 to $100,000 as far as an ask. Must be in business 18 months. Then we have conventional options, which would include lines of credit, term loans, mortgage loans, and this is commercial, as well as SBA options. And it kind of gives a little bit of information about what is looked at when it comes to SBA, minimum of $150,000. And there's some other options. And we also have an SBA partner who I think will speak just briefly on that as well. So just want to give you a brief overview and try to get this done in 5 minutes as best as possible. So with that, let's move on to the next slide. Or did you want SBA to talk about? Okay, all right. So, yep, okay, so I'll speak a little bit more about Fifth Third Fast Capital because it talks about it on this slide as well as the slide after. I was going to wait, I'll do it now. So with the Fifth Third Fast Capital, it's an awesome program because we at Fifth Third, we realize that as a small business owner, when you decide to go after funding, it can be difficult because, most banks they'll want your life story. They'll want, all types of financial documents and tax returns, which is great, but a bank has to take into consideration what your bottom line looks like. And so we understand that you're going to look for as many ways to pay Uncle Sam as less as possible. But again, that can hurt you as a business owner when it comes time to look for funding. So where Fast Capital comes into play is that versus needing traditional documents, tax returns, profit and loss statements, in many cases, as long as your business has been in business for at least 18 months or more, we may be able to get you qualified using 3 months worth of bank statements. It has been an awesome program because we've been able to help a lot of people that would have had issues qualifying if they had to, provide full documentation. So again, 3 months worth of bank statements is what we typically use. And if there is additional information needed, we'll seek to use it. But I've gotten a number of my business clients approved for this program. And again, $10,000 to $100,000 is what the range is. Anything beyond that, we do have other options to service you as well. And then if you go back a slide too, the next slide after that.
Am I doing this?
I do it.
Oh, you have to.
Okay, I'm like, wait a
Okay.
minute.
Okay, tag team. I'm tagging on.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Right. Wait. All right, sorry, folks.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So and then this slide just talks a little bit, very briefly about how a business line of credit works. Pretty similar to the personal lines of credit that that once you're approved, you'll have a line that you can use, and as you make payments back to it, you can reuse what you make available. Certainly a good option for a business owner, especially when it comes to working capital needs. Next slide, please. And then this talks about other options that are other ways that we may be able to be of service to you. Please ignore the part that says apply for a grant because that part has, that ship has sailed. But the main option is that with this option, which is called the Catalyst Fund, this may be an option that if you're having a hard time qualifying for traditional lending, even with us, that there may be funding available that you can apply for. So it does have a QR code where you can apply for it. And then just saying too that with Fifth Third, that even if we can't get you approved for traditional funding, along with options like this, we have partnerships with tons of what are known as micro lenders, where you may be able to receive funding that way. So there's not just a cold hard no with us. We look for other options to assist small business owners. So I think that's the 5-minute window. Thank you so much for your time. Please take information on how to do this.
Thank you. So in the last minute, want to talk more about the conventional options and SBA options. So we have a SBA preferred lender status at Fifth Third, which means our information is approved with in-house. And my role as relationship manager is to find deals, find business owners. Ultimately, when I do, I have to figure out if they can qualify for conventional lending. I do conventional lending anywhere from $250,000 and above. Anything up to $250,000, Reginald or my partners at the financial centers handle. Ultimately, Jackie and I are a dynamic duo when it comes to lending and helping businesses start or expand, franchises, etc. Just a brief moment with Jackie here.
Hi there. Again, my name is Jackie Woodstock. I have been doing SBA loans for a long time. Let's just call it 25 years. Could be more. Anyways, 7A is here. It's a government loan. It's available to anybody who is a for-profit and a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. We are preferred lenders. We approve everything in-house. We can streamline everything. And I know, as everybody's heard a lot about SBA, it's difficult. It's all the things. That's what my job is. I'm here to make it easy on you, on Juliana, and whoever applies for an SBA loan. I'm an expert in eligibility, closing, underwriting, all the things that make it easy on you. So we will even do startup businesses. You need a good business plan, you need some projections. That's where the SBDC will come in handy to help you prepare those things.
Or Oakland Thrive.
Or Oakland Thrive, sorry.
SBDC was here a couple of weeks ago, though. But that's what Oakland Thrive's role is too, and hence the partnership, so.
Excellent, sorry about that. So again, your first point of contact would be Juliana or Reginald, and then they would bring me in to help with your loan process. Juliana, anything else?
I think that's it.
Our contact information is here. My goal is to be present with 1 million cups when I can, or have representatives from Fifth Third, because we do believe in financial literacy, supporting both consumers and business owners. So thank you for this opportunity, and we'll be here for a moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You had me going for a minute.
One thing that I've noticed in the last year or so that we've been doing 1 million cups is that all the financial services partners that we've had here, there is money out there. That is not drying up. So if you are a small business owner and you're looking to fund your business, you're looking to fund growth, you need equipment, you want to buy real estate, it's not hard to find that money. Oakland Thrive can help you to get your paperwork in order, have a business plan, make sure you've got the right numbers and projections and income statements and all these good things, so that when you sit down and have that conversation, you're prepared. And that's going to increase your chances of getting a stamp of approval as opposed to a stamp of rejection. So talk to us, please. If you are a Oakland Thrive representative, please put your hand up. There's a couple of us in the room here. And the whole idea is to help you. We help all businesses across Oakland County, all 62 city, villages, and townships. We're going to invite up a score, but before we do that, there's a couple people I just wanted to acknowledge. And one of them is we have someone from Macomb County here, Megan Retigliano. I want to invite her up just real quickly, 2 minutes about what you did, because I think what you do is very, very fascinating. Are you, if anyone in the audience is a nonprofit, raise your hand. There's some nonprofits in them, perfect. What she does is really kind of special. I'll stop stealing your thunder. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, thank you so much, Daryl. I accidentally put this meeting in my calendar a half hour early, so I was the very first person to arrive, from the general public, and everybody has been so friendly and nice that then when like the 8:30 crew started rolling in, I started greeting them. So you had an effect on me. And it's an honor to be here. I want to thank Mike McClure for staying on top of it and inviting me and suggesting that this would be a really interesting model. I've been working in Macomb County for just over 6 months. I live in downtown Detroit, and my role is as program manager for Advancing Macomb. We're a nonprofit funded by private foundations, individual donors, and in part by Macomb County to support nonprofits across the county, networking with one another, making connections to the resources and the opportunities they need to be successful. So I was hired to pilot, run, and evaluate our county's first accelerator program for nonprofit organizations. So just this spring, we put 10 small nonprofits with budgets under $250,000 annually and with one or fewer full-time employees through 15 workshops. And we partnered with other capacity building organizations across the state of Michigan. And we hosted workshops on everything from fundraising and fund development, donor cultivation and philanthropy, financial best practices, building a board and how to empower your board to be strong advocates for your organization out in the community. So, and we also did a well-being series in partnership with COACT Detroit. So it's been really a wonderful learning experience, and we're going to launch our second version of the cohort, our second iteration of the cohort in the fall. It's just open to folks in Macomb County, but I'm really open to partnerships. We're looking for folks that want to teach workshops, and we also do a bi-weekly nonprofit roundtable that will ramp up. We have a couple sessions this summer. We'll have Rup Raj. I'm trying to get Velocity as our venue for that. He'll be doing a storytelling workshop. And we also have an Ask Me Anything with a nonprofit lawyer in mid-July. But I'm looking for folks that want to come and visit that group, that nonprofit roundtable, and share skills and talent and help expand our network into Oakland County and Wayne County and eventually the universe. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. We appreciate that. So, one of the things that we do is we know how to pivot. Unfortunately, we had a situation where both of our presenters canceled today for circumstances beyond our control, for sure. But this gentleman here stepped up. His name is Jeff. He has a product that is really, really cool, and he's going to give us a quick presentation. We're going to bring him back for a more in-depth presentation. But the name of his company is called Pharmacy Visuals. And I want to introduce him because if you've ever dealt with pill bottles, or if you have a senior that has to deal with pill bottles, you're going to want to take a look at what he does. So Jeff, why don't you come up?
Hi, I want to thank Daryl and Oakland Thrive for allowing me to present today. Just one key word I want to say before I start. No matter where you go, whatever you do, you always want to be ready. I wasn't prepared because to present at Oakland Thrive, you have to attend a session, and I'm so glad that I attended the session. And you always have to be ready because you never know what's waiting for you. Look, today I came prepared, but before I go to the product, I need to thank Oakland Thrive for giving me this opportunity, and they've been instrumental in helping me get to this point. I also want to thank SCORE, because I've been here with SCORE mentors before. Along the way, SCORE helped me get to this point. SCORE helped me get a patent, a trademark, a logo. They put us on the map. Our company is called Pharmacy Visuals, Your Vision to Better Health. We're the only company so far that does this. And what we do, I'm a pharmacist for 35 years. So I have my own independent pharmacy in Madison Heights. Oakland County has been tremendous for me and great. And I'm going to demonstrate the product to you. What we do as a company, we created this company out of a necessity. I used it on my parents, and I used it on my customers and my patient, and I'll demonstrate the product. The number one question people have when it comes to prescription medicine, why am I taking this? Why did the doctor give it to me? I forgot about what this is for. And as the population grows older, they get more confused, with the average senior taking 8 to 16 medications a day. So it's confusion. You don't know what's coming. So anyway, I want to thank you guys again. I'm gonna show you the product right here, and I'm gonna tell you what we do, and I'm gonna pass it on if anybody wants to look at the product. 1 second.
one for yourself, huh?
So if you look, like most prescription bottles, like what our product does, and I'm not here to promote like the product or sell the product to you. Like our issue that we're having here, like the product is great, and we do have people who want to invest in the company, but we're not looking for money because we're really well funded. Our issue is how do we introduce this product to the US? And that's where the challenges are coming. And Oakland Thrive did help us, they connected us with the marketer, Ricardo McCoy, and we've been working with him so far. And Oakland Thrive connected us, and that's why Oakland Thrive is so good. I mean, they really want to help and they really care. And people need to know that there are resources out there for them, and they just have to know how to get it, whether it's SCORE or Oakland Thrive, they work together. And trust me, these people allowed me to be here today and put my product out in the US. So our issue was, how do we introduce our product to America? Like, even when we're getting an insurance policy on this, it took them so long because they didn't even know how to insure it. They didn't even know what they were insuring. So it took us months before we could even they gave us the green light to find a carrier that was going to insure this product because they didn't know how to classify it until we finally resolved that. But what it does is, like, take any disease state that you have. If you sit there and go on our website, like pharmacyvisuals.com, we have all the disease states and then the products that our cap goes on the bottle. For example, our product fits on any cap and it comes with really strong adhesive. So let's say you take a blood pressure medication, there's 10, 20, 30 different diabetes medication. You take the package and you remove the adhesive and you stick it on the cap, and it tells you just by looking at your medication, oh, this is my blood pressure, this is my diabetes, this is my cholesterol, this is my anxiety, this is my nausea and vomiting medication. Like, it just tells you just by looking at it, the product, your vision to better health, and the actual product is called Y-Caps that belongs to Pharmacy Visual. Our issue is we're having a hard time marketing it, and that's the question that I want. If any of you guys have an idea how we can expedite this process to reach a greater market. Like, we do have orders that are coming to like New Jersey and Dallas and Colorado and California and Florida, but really, really at a slow pace. And we want to somehow find a way to inform the public about this product, and marketing and advertising has become really, really expensive. That's our issue.
Great, thank you. So if you are a marketing professional in the room, please have some conversation with Jeff afterwards today. Maybe you can come up with some ideas as to how they can get this out nationwide. So please talk to him. Jeff, thank you so much for coming up today. I appreciate you, Jeff. If he can do it with 5 minutes, you can do this, trust me. And I'm glad he mentioned SCORE, because SCORE is one of our partners, and Mike Marchand is here today to talk a little bit about SCORE. There he is, hiding in the corner over there. So we are going to bring him up, and there we go. Mike, come on up. Let's talk about SCORE. Any SCORE mentors in the room? Mentees, I should say. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. All right, there's 4. People know you already. All right, come on up.
Thank you, Daryl. First of all, I'd like to just say what a great success story you just presented to us, and how you were able to identify the resources in the community. And what a great example of reaching out to SCORE, to Oakland Thrive, and I'm sure other resources in the community that help small businesses be successful. And that's what these type of events, and that's what I'd like to talk to you a little bit about SCORE is that just to elevate your awareness of all of the resources that are available, most of which are at no cost to you, to get the kind of business advice that you need to help you be successful. So again, my name is Mike Marchand. I am the chair of the Southeast Michigan chapter for SCORE. SCORE is a resource partner of the Small Business Administration. We have been in existence, SCORE nationally, since 1964. Our chapter, and we have an office right over here, It was chapter number 18. We were established in 1965, so 1 year later. So our chapter is celebrating our 60th anniversary this year. Thank you. So I'm going to back up here. We've got, there we go. Okay, looks like a few of my slides are missing, but that's okay because I don't need the slides. What I'd like to do is, and I know some of you raise your hands and you know what SCORE is. So SCORE, it used to be SCORE stood for Service Corps of Retired Executives. They don't like to use that anymore. I don't know if it's because it implies a bunch of old white guys running around, but that's not who we are anymore. We're a very diverse organization. Our chapter here, we have about 85 certified mentors. Okay, great. All right, good. Okay. I like to wander, but that's all right. I'll try to stay put. Okay. We have about 85 certified mentors in our chapter. To become a certified mentor, you have to go through some online training modules. You have to participate in some co-mentoring sessions with current certified mentors, and then you can start mentoring. And the real benefit of the SCORE mentoring is that we offer services in 3 different categories. Our core business is one-on-one mentoring. And what's so important about that is that when a business client comes to us, they need 2 things. They need somebody to listen to them, and they need somebody to give them feedback on their idea. And it's a little bit difficult to do that in a workshop environment. We do those. We hold workshops in conjunction with the local libraries on a variety of subjects. But the real value that we provide is the one-on-one certified mentoring. And I am a big proponent of developing the personal relationship between the mentor and the client, because you establish that trust and confidence, and then whether it's 1 mentoring session or whether it's 12 mentoring sessions over a 2-year time frame, it doesn't really matter. It's what the mentor and the client agree to be the path forward to help that client be successful. So the one-on-one mentoring is one service we provide. Secondly, I mentioned the workshops and online webinars that we provide. And again, all you need to do is register for those. There's no cost associated with those. As long as you register, and if you can't attend the online webinar, for example, you will get a link after that webinar and you can watch it at your leisure. The third thing that we provide is we provide a whole plethora of templates, business planning templates, whether it be how to develop a marketing plan, how to develop a strategic business plan, human resources, a financial plan. All these are available on our website, and this is a screenshot of our SCORE Southeast Michigan website. It replicates the national website, but on our chapter website, you can actually see the profiles of many of our mentors, so you can get an idea of the background and experience. So to access this, it's very simple. It's score.org/Southeast Michigan. I laid some cards on the tables there. You're free to pick those up. You can just simply scan the QR code. That will take you to our website. So there's a couple ways that you can either take advantage of SCORE or be involved in SCORE. If you are a small business owner and you would like to request a mentor, you can go to our website and you click on Find a Mentor. It's a drop-down menu. You fill out some very basic information about yourself, who you are, where you're located, what your particular business needs are. You submit that information. SCORE nationally uses a Salesforce-based CRM platform, and so that information gets uploaded. We have support staff, client intake coordinators that will review your application. They'll see where you're located. They will find a mentor in the region where you live or work that has the background of what you're looking for, and you will be assigned to that mentor. Our protocol is that has to happen within 5 business days. So within the time that you submit your request for a mentor, you should receive a contact from a certified mentor within 5 business days. The other way that you can become involved in SCORE is if you are willing to be a SCORE mentor and provide your expertise because you want to give back to the small business community, you can submit your application to be a volunteer. Kind of the same process. You provide information about your background, where you're located, what your experience is, basically your profile as an individual, areas of expertise. That's submitted to what we call a volunteer intake coordinator. There's an interview process. You would most likely be interviewed by myself and someone else from our chapter. Once you're accepted, you become a provisional member of the chapter. Then you go through the online training modules, participate in the 3 minimum co-mentoring sessions, and then you become a certified mentor. And then you are qualified to engage with clients and provide mentoring. The other advantage of SCORE is because we're a national organization, so there are 7 SCORE chapters in the state of Michigan. We're the largest. It makes sense because we're in the Detroit metropolitan area, and we primarily serve Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne counties, but we also frequently provide services to clients in Washtenaw and Monroe. There are 6 other chapters throughout the state. There are 220, between 220 and 225 SCORE chapters across the entire United States, comprised of over 10,000 certified mentors. What's important about that is that, let's say, for example, that I'm mentoring a client, and I'll just give you a real life example. I was mentoring a client in Southfield that had an online wedding planning service, and he was having challenges with his website. He needed a webmaster to give him feedback on what metrics he should be using to evaluate the success of his website and how to reorganize some of the information. I was very quickly able to search on our database. I found a gentleman who is a webmaster by experience in Dallas. I contacted him. I asked him, I said, could you have a session with my client? He ended up having 2 1.5-hour sessions with my client, helped him get back on the right track and be successful. So the point being is that we can tap into 10,000 resources across the United States to find the expertise to help you as a small business. So that's really the majority of the information I wanted to share with you. There's a number of ways that you can get in touch with us. The easiest way is the website. There's also there's a local telephone number that if you call, you'll leave a recording. One of my administrative assistants will contact you and will help you get signed up to receive receive a mentor, or if you're interested in being a volunteer, or the last resort, you can knock on that door over there if you see the light on. And I'm usually here 2 or 3 days a week for a couple hours, but we're happy to help. I'd like to see if anybody has any questions in the audience about what we do, how we go about, providing our services.
You mentioned at the beginning of your talk something about webinars, and are those open to everybody?
Yes, absolutely. You don't have to be signed up receiving services. These are completely free. All you need to do is sign up. And when you sign up, you are going to, when you sign up, there's an acknowledgement that you will receive follow-up information from SCORE on subsequent webinars. So, and you can always cancel that at any time, but you will become part of our database. Those are completely free and they're open to anybody. Yes, ma'am.
So you stated that you guys have 2,000 mentors. I'm wondering how much experience those mentors have before they're actually qualified to be mentors.
That's a great question. For me, it's more about the desire and the passion of the person wanting to help the small business community. Obviously, we rely on mentors to have some level of experience, but most people that are coming to volunteer with SCORE have, like myself, I retired after 36 years working for Michelin, the tire manufacturer. So, I bring a whole host of experience. Most of our people are more senior in both age and their career experience. So we have a large tent, and we can accept people with a wide variety of experience. Just to give you an example, we have retired lawyers, we have retired doctors, we have financial planners, we have real estate people, we have human resource, we have engineers like myself. So we have a very broad spectrum of skill sets, and I'm sure that we can find ways to accommodate people. And you bring up a good point. It reminds me that when you volunteer with SCORE, you don't have to be just a mentor. You can be what we call a subject matter expert, whereby you would just be called in to provide your particular expertise in case a client had a particular need. We have some people that all they want to do is just be a workshop presenter, and that's fine too. So we have ways to accommodate everybody with a broad spectrum of skills.
I have a quick question for you. So with so many layoffs over the last few years, are you starting to see more and more younger people that are doing career changes coming in to be subject matter experts as well as coaches?
That's a great question. In fact, one of my challenges is that I'm trying to bring the average age of mentors down a little bit. We actually are seeing more people that either because of layoffs or just because of their philanthropic passion, they want to give back to the small business community. So we have a number of people that are full-time employed, but they also want to supplement that with volunteering. So we can accommodate them often more in the evenings, where they might be presenting, a webinar in the evening or doing their mentoring in the evening, as opposed to, during the day when they have their full-time job. I guess we are seeing, an increase in the number of people who want to volunteer, but we're also seeing a larger increase in the number of clients. We actually, for our chapter, we have more demand than we have mentors able to satisfy.
What's the ratio right now to those who want to be mentored to mentees? What's that ratio like?
It varies. I would say on average, our active mentors probably have I'll just say a caseload, if you will, of maybe 6 to 8 mentees at any one time. And again, you can manage how clients are assigned to you. Some people only want to take, one new client a week. That's fine. Others say, hey, I need more work. I can take on more clients. I will make a couple other comments in.
We had a question.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hello, good morning. How long is the mentorship program? Is it a certain amount of time for the mentorship?
To be certified?
I know if your small business wants to be mentored by someone.
It's whatever your needs are. We have clients that, they're like one and done. They had a basic question. We gave them some feedback, maybe gave them a business planning template that they can work on, and they're completely satisfied. We have some clients that have been mentees for 2 and 3 years and have been through many sessions. So this goes back to my comment about the relationship between the mentor and the client. It's whatever you two decide how you want to proceed and how you want to work together. And some clients may start out with one mentor, and they may have a financial question, but then they want to shift to marketing, and we may shift them to a different mentor that has maybe more aligned with the expertise that they need. Okay, sure.
Questions?
So just a couple other comments. We don't lend money, but what we do.
That's going to be my next question.
But what we do is we help you become credit worthy. We can make recommendations as to organizations that you can go to, such as microlenders or Fifth Third Bank. that can provide the type of either SBA loans or other financial instruments that you might need. We can't provide legal advice, but what we can do is we can go through your business plan and we can say, you might want to consider a non-disclosure agreement, or you might want to set yourself up as an LLC. And, you know, we can help. We won't do it for you, but we can help you. You know, we'll identify, you know, state of Michigan Mara office. We can, you know, help you download the forms, et cetera. We can't help you buy or sell real estate, but what we can do is help you go through the analysis to say, is this the right business decision for you? Should you be taking out a home equity loan to buy a piece of real estate for which you haven't even started your business? The answer is probably no, but we're going to help you go through that thought process and help you reach the conclusion of what the most successful path forward might be. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much, and let us hear from you.
Mike, thank you very much. We really appreciate SCORE as a partner. You guys do a lot of great things, so thank you so much. And we were almost done. Those are the slides you were looking for, did you?
Yeah, I talked through most of it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so if you would like to be a presenter and you want to present, again, it's not a pitch. It's all about helping you to grow your business. Go to our website, click on present, short application. We can schedule you for a coaching session, get 1 hour free coaching. Make sure that you're ready, you're prepared. We have a slide template that you can use to get ready, and we will make sure that you are successful. Upcoming presenters, woohoo! On our coaching next week, yay! Healing Hands Home Care, Tried and True Financial, Crazy About Canines. Ooh, that should be an interesting. I'm looking forward to that one. Success Through Finance Collective. July 30th is open, so there's your opportunity. Put your hand up. And then we have another update. Mr. Dark Roast himself, Luminesso Coffee. He has presented before, but we ask our presenters to come back to talk about what's happening in their business since they've come out and they've got all this wonderful advice. We want to know the effect on their business. We've had some great success stories. A lot of those success stories are on our social media, right? They're on our Facebook page. YouTube and Facebook pages. Take a look at those. All right. Open the camera app because we've got some great information coming up. The Madison Heights Hazel Park Chamber, which is one of our amazing partners. They do an amazing job. They've been supporting us since day one. In fact, this is funny. Half the people at our first meeting were Madison Heights Hazel Park Chamber members. And I think the rest were Oakland Thrive employees. Which is to show you how much we've grown in the last 15 months. Taylor, want to come up talk about your workshop coming up? If you have a workshop that's business related and you want us to talk about it, come talk to us. We can get you a slide up here because we want to make sure that if you have resources for small businesses, this is a small business community. We want to help you to promote your event.
Thank you, Daryl. Good morning, everybody. So I'm Taylor Miller-Goulet. I'm one of the founders of Monarch Coaching. We actually help organizations transform their company culture, but another thing that we do is actually offer this transformative series, which is a resource for professional women who are in some sort of transition. Whether you were in business and you had kids and now you're returning back into the office and are like, wow, a lot of things have changed in the last 10 years. Or you are just feeling kind of stuck in your career and you're just wanting to take that next step but don't have the confidence to do it. This series is a 5-week series. Megan is actually a part of it currently right now, so if you've got some questions. Thank you. We are launching our newer cohort starting in July. So actually on Monday, we're introducing an evening cohort, and it's going to be from 6 to 7. So I call it happy hour cohort. And then we have a lunch and learn cohort, which will be on Wednesdays. It's a 5-week series. It's about an hour a week. And then there's also going to be opportunities for you guys to do some different challenges just to really hold yourself accountable. But really the whole point of this is to help different individuals find what their personal brand is. How do you want to be seen by others? Where does your confidence lie within you? And it looks different for everybody. Confidence is not being the loudest person in the room. Confidence can actually be like quiet dignity, right? So those are the things that we talk about. If this is interesting to you or something you want to learn a little bit more about, I'll be here for a little bit. You can also scan the QR code if it's working. I don't know if it is or not, but I have one on my phone, so I can always share that too. But that's what I've got. Thanks, Daryl.
Thank you, Taylor. Again, if you want to schedule a tour of Incubizo, you want to see the space, there's an upstairs here, believe it or not. There are other offices upstairs, so if you need an office space or you need to run a conference room, talk to Carmen. She will schedule a tour for you, or simply use the QR code and schedule something. Marketing on a budget. Melissa McClary, where is she? She's not here today. Shame on her. Not today. Dang. Marketing on a budget. Everybody knows if you are a business owner, you must market. But where the money come from, right? She's going to talk to you about some ways that you can do it on a budget. But you have to have some sort of budget, even if it's $100 a month. You got to commit money to marketing. This is a free workshop. Use the QR code to sign up for it. It's at the Farmington Hills Library, June 26th. Is that tomorrow? That's tomorrow. I can't go because I got a staff meeting. And I want to thank everyone for coming out today. This was amazing. I loved it. What did you think? Was this valuable? Guess what? It's group photo time.